everybody, welcome back to Friendsim, and fucking, the mouse isn't on the screen, but it's bugging me there. Okay.
Much better.
Anyway, fucking... Right, so we're gonna go...
We made friends with a rock. And now we're gonna go unmake friends with her.
Oh, it's gonna be horrible. Something's gonna go horrible.
Yeah. Because, like, in that second... In one of them, she's going to die.
Oh, I don't want her to... Hold on, how do I...
Just not worth it.
No, not really.
Blah, 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 friendship, blah.
I still can't believe that.
Yeah.
I don't want her to die, though.
Well, maybe we should skip seeing her bad refs and just go hang out with the hot one.
What? Alright, so now we're gonna hang out with our data this time.
Okay, listen. You've done some pretty dumb stuff since you crash landed here. For instance, following the woman standing in front of you into her basement. But not this time. Nice try, catfisher.
What is catfishing? I see that term all over the place. I don't know what the fuck it means.
I don't know. The only way I've ever heard that used is when you're fishing for catfish.
Important correspondence?
Nah, you crumple the page up in your hand. Nothing that can't wait.
What is going on? Good. Impeccable timing. Just what I was hoping you would say.
You know, I know where this is going already.
I don't like this.
Wait. Never mind. I thought
poor Boulder.
I thought she was going to go do her poison thing on us.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but we're just carrying luggage, I guess.
I like her artwork here.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Boulder. They seem so grumpy.
Don't worry, Boulder. It gets worse.
Oh, God.
Horribly worse.
No more crimes. Crime days are over.
You've already got a hell of a rap sheet.
Well, not anymore, because remember what's-her-face cleared up for us.
Maybe it would be best not to add any new skills that could lead you into temptation.
Skills are always great, but fucking... Tirona. No, what's-her-face, fucking... Anyway. Fair enough. Would you care to go for a stroll? So we're not going inside since we didn't, It's a nice night. I thought it was storming.
It's a windy, unsettled night, and it looks like rain. You suppose that's nice, depending on your definition.
I like windy nights.
I like storms.
I don't like storms, but I like windy nights.
You'd absolutely love to take a stroll, because it's a super troll.
Huh?
An S-troll. That's your whole vibe recently. Strolling. You follow her through a little back gate and into the street. You leave the cafe behind and are now quickly consumed by the drift of the midnight crowd. You brace for the inevitable pitying, hostile looks you get whenever you go out in public. You should have mentioned that you try to avoid large groups, but strangely no one even glances at you. It's like Boulder exudes a sneaky aura that encompasses the both of you.
Ooh.
As you walk, you ask her if she really believes in fate, like the two of you are always going to meet and nothing could have happened any differently, no matter what you did. Boulder gives you a thoughtful, sidelong glance.
Well, that would imply that none of our chances matter, and that causality is inevitable. That randomness is irrelevant. Right? I don't know.
Sure. You scamper to keep up with her, both physically and mentally. For someone who asked you to take a stroll, she sure is booking it down the street. Is she mugging people as you go?
But that disregards our choices. Fate dictates that all possibilities are, by their very nature, necessities. Or rather, the choice you made was the only one you... Or rather, the choice that you made was the only one you ever could make. I doubt the universe is that simple.
Doesn't sound simple to you, but you hum and nod sagely because you want Boulder to think you're deep.
Instead of asking yourself whether you were meant to meet me and meant to be here, it makes more sense to wonder what the forces are that have conspired to bring it into being.
Well, that would be exhaustion and ineptitude. You don't exactly remember what happened, but you're sure it involves something stupid like falling asleep at the wheel of a drifting off into another solar system. It had been a rough 48 hours, you know? A lot of escaping and running and punching and stealing of high-powered vehicles.
Yes, of course. I understand. What? All in a day's work. What?
She stops you at the most intersections so she can take surreptitious glances around the corner before gesturing you forward. Every so often she will turn the two of you around to double back. You aren't exactly sure why. Maybe she thinks you're being followed, but who would follow you from a cafe?
All sorts. But don't worry. I know how to shake off a tail.
Is that why you don't have one? You cross one of the main thoroughfares, and a big black bird swoops at your heads. You yelp and duck, but when you look around, you see that the bird has landed on Boulder's arm, and she's stroking its back.
Oh, you have a bird, Lucius.
What?
Also, I wish stuff would stop making me laugh, because that... First off, I'm not laughing very much, and second, it makes me so weird.
But it's black.
Wait a minute. First of all, this is giving me a headache. Second of all, the fact that A, she lives in a tree, and B, if she has some kind of crow for a Lucius. That's weird, because I have a fan troll who also lives in a tree and who also has a crow as a Lucius. I was sitting there contemplating whether the crow should be black or white, because if it's a white crow, does that even make sense? But my fan troll's Lucius was huge, and it sounds like hers is just normal crow-sized?
Yeah. Maybe even tiny, because she's kind of short.
Maybe.
You brace yourself for it to start talking or some shit like that, because that's what your life is like now, but it just sticks its leg out for Boulder to remove a scrap of paper.
Huh.
It waits patiently for her to read the message, and then scribble something on the back before attaching it to the crow and handing it back and throwing it back in the air. Man, that's some Harry Potter-ass shit.
One of my informants wants to rendezvous in meat space.
Wow.
Excuse you? Are you...
In IRL, bro.
Are you... What?
In meat space. It's...
Is that a term? I thought she was just talking about, what's his face? Fucking... Demian, fucking...
Might be, but I assumed that meant, like, in person.
Huh.
I was assuming this was crazy, stupid troll lingo.
If this is gonna wind up being Malik again, fucking swear. Unusual. But it has been an unusual day.
Unusual couple of months, honestly.
Yes, of course. You've had it much harder than I have. What was I thinking?
Well, you weren't trying to get into a contest of whose life sucks more. But yeah, it's been rough. You appreciate that she can see that.
Of all the planets to be forced to, Alternia is, well, not ideal. Not the worst, but you still have my sympathies. Is there anything at all you would, you like about it? Like the nighttime.
I like that everyone is nocturnal, I guess. I like that it has anime. Granted, I'm not like a huge connoisseur of anime at all, but...
Connoisseur?
Sure.
The fuck is a connoisseur?
It's me misspeaking. Thanks for pointing it out. What, about Alternia? Well, you're kind of digging this whole night is day thing. You're from a diurnal species, but you've always been a bit of a night owl. Also, not to brag, but you've made some seriously cool friends.
Yes, I've been following your exploits. Your friendship acquisition procedures are really quite impressive.
Aw, now you're blushing. You asked Boulder how she knows that much about your exploits, because it's only pretty recently that you've had any sort of real social media presence. You suppose she could have a Gorgle alert like Malik did, but...
Oh my god, has she actually really been spying on us the entire time? Did I mention that earlier?
Yeah, that you right at the start.
Right. Quick, around here. Ooh.
Boulder leads you into a deserted lot between two buildings. There's nothing here except some broken bottles and piles of old rubber tires. She leaves you behind the tire pile to keep watch, although she is probably just doing it to get you out of the way, which, fair. Then she heads out into the center of the lot, presumably to wait for her contact. You sit there twiddling your thumbs, trying to suppress the desire to pull out your phone. That doesn't seem very covert ops. You're just starting to get really antsy, jittering your leg and cracking your knuckles and digging a little hole in the dirt with a stick, when you hear something strange beneath the wind. A swish followed by a thunk.
Oh. Oh no.
Boulder jerks and clutches her neck. You writhe up from your rubber piles, sending tires flying. You look wildly up at the surrounding buildings, trying to find out where this projectile came from. You don't see anyone, not even a lone gunman.
Fuck, man.
You run for your new friend, not spending a thought for your own safety. The clouds move overhead like someone has put them on a fast forward, the wind rattling the trash on the pavement. By the time you reach Boulder, she has begun to twitch in hard spasms. One look at the blotchy stain spreading across her neck, and there's no doubt. You must say it at the same time.
Poison. Ah, fuck, man. God, we don't have the antidote. She still got poisoned, even though we left.
It was the same person. They were trying to get her all along.
Ow. Fuck.
You fall to your knees beside her. Oh god, what are you supposed to do? You don't know anything about poison or first aid or anything else useful. God, why are you such a fucking waste of space? You could have been gaining some... You could have been gaining some life skills instead of just loafing around like a complete idiot. You...
Stop. Don't. There isn't much time. This stuff acts fast.
Boulder takes hard, gasping breaths between each word. Her eyes are going cloudy. She makes a desperate grab for your hands.
Listen.
For the first time, her voice rises above a whisper. Her grip is surprisingly strong. You tell her to save her strength, but she shakes her head so hard her hat falls off.
I'm not important. Fuck you! Yes, you are, you stupid bitch.
You tell her to stop being dramatic. Of course she's important.
I'm not being dramatic. Well, maybe a little because I'm dying. But still, remember what I said about fate.
Fuck fate. You don't want anything to do with it if this is the kind of shit it's going to pull on you. So many of your friends have died because of you, because of your incredible inability to...
Wait, hold on. So many friends of... Does that mean that whenever we do the bad routes, that makes the previous bad routes canon, and whenever we do the good routes, that makes the good routes canon?
Maybe.
Dude.
That'd be neat.
That'd be so fucking weird and crazy, and... It's just making me think of, like, alternate timeline shit because of fucking how Homestuck works with this fucking dream bubbles and shit, man.
Yeah. Though, like, didn't, like, that second artist chick who was, like, just ripping other people's art off, like, didn't her good route necessitate one of the previous bad routes happening? Because you met the specific clown person or whatever?
Oh, yeah. That's weird.
Yeah.
This is giving me a headache. But wait, Tagiri's route confirmed that Popa's good route happened and...
It's all timey-wimey bullshit.
I'm in too much pain for this shit, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. The world twists and stutters. Your guts are a record that record is skipping. For a moment, you're sure that whoever that poison-shooting bastard is has shot you too. But then your vision clears and you feel the rain on the back of your neck. The world rolling back to you in waves of color and sound.
10 minutes sec.
Yeah.
Wasn't the rain like some kind of exploding acidic stuff like a couple of routes ago?
Yeah. The dark sky spits open on a fault line of lightning. Boulder's hand goes limp in your own. With shaking fingers, you reach out to touch her motionless cheek.
No! Fuck this, man!
Fuck. Fuck! Not again! Why? An uncontrollable wave of despair washes over you as you look down at the corpse of this girl you barely knew. No. You. Where have all these feelings coming from? There's honestly too many of them. Why are they...
There's not even any text on the screen.
Yeah.
I don't like this. Go away. Fuck.
Again? Is the plot happening?
This is freaking me out, man.
Must I do everything myself?
What the fuck are you talking about? This is freaking me out. What?
Do you have... Do you have, like, a repressed split personality or something?
Fuck. What the... Okay,
Are we...
fuck.
What?
Freaking me out, man. Just give me a sec, man. It's fucking...
Okay. You just want the happy end again?
Yeah, just fucking... Maybe something weird will happen. I don't fucking care. I can't deal with this, man. I don't know if it's because I'm sick or if it's because Boulder's just weird with the fucking expressions. There was no fucking text and main character just fucking stuff and
Yeah. Still, I'm very interested now, because it's like, we've learned a bit more about main character. That apparently, like, they have a history of accidentally murdering people they care about. Or getting them murdered, or just not being able to stop them from being murdered. And I'm guessing they have repressed that shit hard, is the storyline we're getting here.
But they said that... Didn't they say something like they... Again, they said something again, fucking, they have to do everything, something, I fucking don't even remember, I don't care, I don't fucking...
Well, the last thing was, again, must I do everything myself?
Right, so that implies... I don't know, man. That implies main character doesn't like the choices we pick, man. I don't like this, man.
So you think you think instead of it being something like a repressed memories or whatever, it's just that main character is like evolving into a character beyond our control or something?
Yeah, either that or he's just like... He's like aware of our choices, aware of every time we reset or something, and like...
Getting Undertale with it.
Yeah, and he thinks like whenever it does the good route that he's in control or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't care. I needed Boulder to not be dead. I don't like this. I don't like any of this. This is freaking me out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not freaking me out, but
You're also not sick, so I don't know, man.
Yeah. I mean, I was sick first. I just got over it.
I am still sick, so fuck you.
Anyway, I think we're sick with something different anyways.
Probably. Anyway, so that was an emotional roller coaster ride I was not prepared to take. Hopefully the other route won't be so dramatic, because I don't know if I can even... My stomach hurts way too bad for this shit.
Yeah.
See you guys in the next one, thing and stuff. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.